one day away from our house Mondays. Little bit of sad news. Somebody was robbed of their car, right? Lyft driver robbed of car at gunpoint in Hampton, similar to robbery of Uber driver last week. So a whole series of robberies, accidents. These are real things that happen to real drivers. And I'm not kidding you. This stuff can happen, right? I said, oh, I'm not going to get into an accident or anything. Boom, watch this, on crutches. Now, this wasn't a car accident, but you can never count out an injury or something like this, right? It can get really, really scary out there. And if you get into a situation like that, into an injury, let's say that robbery had gone wrong, maybe the driver had been shot, ends up in hospital, maybe paralyzed. I don't want to create worst case scenarios here, but you need good attorneys to go to, right? You need like legal rideshare. I'm going to introduce you to them. Powerhouse, right? That's the gentleman here, the two main players. And Legal Rideshare is the first law firm in the United States to focus exclusively on Uber, Lyft delivery and gig worker accidents or injuries. We're going to get to them a little bit later. But here's the story. This happened in Hampton. A Lyft driver was robbed of her car. It was a lady at gunpoint in Hampton early Thursday. The second robbery of a rideshare driver in the city in the past 8 days. In 8 days, 2 robberies. What's going on here? Getting a little crazy out there on the streets, right? And we got to be prepared. Now, many drivers report they're armed and ready. Some of them carry a gun. Some of them have mace, right? Because you never ever know who you have in the car. You don't know what may happen in the next 5 to 10 minutes in your car. They look all sweet and innocent, and then bam, it happens. Chris B is in the house. So the 42-year-old, this lady, was carrying 2 passengers, a man and a woman, in the 2800 block of West Mercury Boulevard at about 12:30 a.m. Does anybody know West Mercury Boulevard? Hampton Police Sergeant Reggie Williams said in a news release she had picked them up near a CVS at the corner of Mercury Boulevard and Aberdeen Road, taking them about a half mile down Mercury to Gumwood Drive. I'm not familiar with the area. If you from that area, you know that area, please let us know. So when they got close to Gumwood, Williams said the man put a gun to the driver and ordered her to pull over in her black 2018 Chevrolet Malibu. She's driving a Malibu. She obeyed. Obviously, you've got a gun against your head. Who wouldn't obey? I'm like, sure. I've been in that situation. I told him to take my car. I took my watch off. I took my wallet. Been in that situation a couple of times in South Africa, not in the United States. She obeyed, and the passengers drove off, heading south on Gumwood. The case is similar, right, to an early morning armed robbery October the 1st. That's just a few days ago. About 2:30 a.m., an Uber driver picked up a man and 2 women on Big Bethel and Joins roads. When they got close to their destination of a 7-Eleven near Aberdeen and Briarveld roads, police said the man put a gun to the driver and ordered him out. Right? This is a pattern here. It's dangerous. So my advice, hopefully nothing goes wrong, but my advice, just cooperate. Right? Let the police afterwards hunt them down. Let the police get your car. The main thing is that you leave that vehicle safe and sound. And we need a thumbs up for that. Thumbs up if you want to leave safe and sound, right? I would, relinquish the keys. It's okay. My verbiage, I'll fully cooperate with you. Take my car. I have children. Please spare me. But by all means, take my car and let them drive away with your car. It's not worth it, guys. It's not worth fighting or engaging with someone in your car that's booked you on your app. It's basically set you up, right? So they must be using some default name, some other. They wouldn't be stupid to order that car through their app, through their name, and then hold you up. I mean, that would be the dumbest thing in the world. They probably ordered this through a stolen credit card or something like that. And okay, we're going to use this opportunity to steal a car. Back to back, literally in 1 week, right? So again, this one happened near the 7-Eleven near Aberdeen and Briarfeld. The man put a gun to the driver and ordered him out. The driver, a 53-year-old Newport newsman, complied, and the robbers drove off in his white 2018 Nissan Versa. So literally back to back, 2018 Nissan Versa stolen, right? And a 2018 Chevrolet Malibu stolen, right? Both people survive. But let's say it goes wrong. Let's say a bullet goes off in that car. You saw Rideshare Trickster about a month ago, shot at him multiple times. Thank God didn't hit him. But let's say you're on a trip, on an Uber Lyft trip, happens to be a rider that pulls a gun. You think you can get yourself out of the situation. Gun goes off. You injured, right? Maybe you get shot in the side of the neck, chest, abdomen, foot, whatever it is. You're injured. Right, I'm giving you real. It's not like made up stuff here. Back to back real stories this week, right? So in that case, my friends, these are the guys, heavy hitters. I would definitely recommend checking them out. LegalRideshare.com. I've met them. I've spoken to them. They're basically the go-to attorneys when you get into any injury or accidents, right? Legal Rideshare. Now, Williams said Thursday afternoon that police recovered both cars in a different jurisdiction. So they recovered them. They got the cars, right? But declined to give any details because of the investigation. So guys made it out of the car, relinquished their vehicle, their keys. Guys drive off. Cars were literally found pretty much in the same area, just slightly different jurisdiction, but they declined to give any details. He said detectives are considering a possible connection to the two between the cases because of their similarities, but haven't ruled anything out yet. So they're still doing their investigation. Daniel Villanova is in the house. It's Moose is in the house. And he said you can get Rideshare gift cards, or someone could use a stolen phone with a Rideshare account. Thank you for clarifying it. That's how easy. You just go out and buy a Rideshare gift card, right? Hopefully we're not promoting this to robbers right now or to people that intend to steal, but that's how easy it is, right? Ian Mash, Kenya, Africa in the house, how are you? And God forbid something goes wrong. I truly pray for every driver, delivery driver, daily, no matter where they are in the world, just be safe, right? And I tell you what, that little magic dash cam up there on the dashboard or above with a little light, I tell you what, once they know they are being filmed, dynamics change. They might get out that car and say, no, you know what, we're not going to rob this car. It's got a running dash cam, way too dangerous, right? We will use this Rideshare gift card to go and steal another car. Sad but true, right? Sad but true. Now, the guys that I met up with, Legal Rideshare, and they are, like I said, they're the first law firm in the United States to focus exclusively on Uber and Lyft delivery and gig worker accidents and injuries. Since inception, Legal Rideshare has grown into a national brand. Our lawyers are the go-to source on rideshare-related issues, serving hundreds of clients and securing millions of dollars for injured drivers and passengers. And they also happen to be the partners of Cova, right? Cova has selected this company, right? They've got many to choose from. But Cova, the gig protection plan, chooses Legal Rideshare to send off the letters to Uber and Lyft if you get wrongly deactivated. And I'm sorry to say this, but it's been happening too much, right? Oh, they keep you stuck on your background check. They use some stupid arbitrary reason. A rider files a stupid story and you deactivate it. Boom. Legal Rideshare, they work with Cova. These are the guys that send out the letters. I want to introduce you to the gentleman. very charismatic, very well spoken, very dynamic.
What were your
We'll
first
cover
thoughts
many
when you
other
sort
stories
of
today.
read or heard about that? The first thing
Please
I
do,
thought
guys.
of was, what an incredible breach of trust. The company failed to observe multiple arrests. Rideshare safety is the chief goal of legal rideshare. We're out today with Chicago rideshare advocates, supporting them, and we'll do whatever it takes to make sure that rideshare drivers.
That's Brian Greening, one of the two heavy hitters.
That's a hot mess too, isn't it? No. Oh, yay! Good attorney, you're amazing. Whether you're a driver,
Mighty Heidi in the house.
Victim, legal rideshare is the firm.
So those are the guys. You can call in 312-767-1111. In case you get injured, I'll also leave the website, legalrideshare.com. We covered the story, which is real, can happen to anyone. Injuries, stealing cars at gunpoint, God forbid, I never pray, it never, ever happens to you, right? So let's move on to another story. This one's rather interesting. We're going to cover several stories today. Mighty Heidi, Dream Warrior. I love that. 4 words. Mighty Heidi, Dream Warrior. How are you? Happy Sunday. So you remember last week when an engineer who does coding for Uber is basically an employee, and then in the evenings, part-time, he drives as an independent driver for Uber, right? So he's on both sides. He was the one who got a lot of the media attention, tons and tons and tons of media attention, spoke out against the company, and basically told Californians why they should vote no on 22. I'm not sure if you read that story about the engineer, but it got a lot of exposure. It was covered by 15 different outlets. I did a story on it. Other YouTubers did a story on it. It's basically a guy on the inside turning against the company. Now, the cool thing is, in my channel, I am going with a topic, and we're going to move on from topic to topic. We're not just going to be stuck on this. This is more for Californians. We're going to cover a lot of topics today, because the reason why I'm doing a Sunday and a Monday video, because there's just so much news out there that I'd like to cover. But I've had numerous employees, past employees, come out, contact me privately. Some wish to remain anonymous. Some say it's okay, you can mention my name. So in the next few weeks, prior to the November elections, there will be some individuals that want to be known, that they worked for Uber and Lyft and don't mind their names being used. And then there are some sort of whistleblowers that wish to remain anonymous out of fear, out of retaliation. But the one thing I can tell you here today, I'm going to do a separate video on this tomorrow, is that inside information from Uber is that come November, if they get the yes on 22, the California multiplier is gone. And the reason this individual said they only did that to comply with AB 5, right? But they are abolishing that if they get a victory. So that worries me, because right now Californians are only making money because of this multiplier. You can put 1.5x, 2x. You can up the rates, right? The rider accepts your rate that you set based on their standard rate. You've upped it 1.52, 2.53, up to 5x. They take it, you make money. According to this individual, it's a male, not going to reveal the name, but the multiplier is gone come November. When will that go into effect? I asked. Probably January, right? So they're pretty certain they're going to get a yes on 22. Think it looks more like in their favor, yes, on 22, purely because you've pumped in $200 million, right, to buy votes, to sort of mislead the California public. I see on my ballots here that I got sent to me, and I'm filling them out and sending them in. But, there it is, the Proposition 22, and I'm sure many people will fill out yes. I'm pretty sure the way I see it right now, they might get the yes. I'm still going to keep on fighting for no, because that's how I believe in my hearts of hearts, after all the research that I've done, after all 25 pages that I've read. I believe drivers are getting a very, very, very raw deal from Uber and Lyft, and didn't take the time to read the fine print, didn't take the time to do the homework, but bought into the lie that you are an independent contractor. And in many cases, I cannot change it. If you've made up your mind, yes, on 22, I got to respect that. That's how you vote. But I have noticed I've gotten through to many, many people, just basically convincing them on the pure facts that 30 cents per mile plus 120% of minimum wage based only for active trips where you have a rider in your car. They're not counting all the downtown, so that equates to about $5.65. They've done some analysis on that, $5.65 per hour. So if people want to work for $5.65 per hour plus 30 cents per mile, I cannot stop them. But I'm going to keep on promoting what I believe is right. Might not be, I know Harry is voting no. I know that Jay Credeau is voting yes. I'm not quite sure where Kevin stands, but I believe it's also yes on 22. And many, many people have different opinions on this, right? But it's interesting that Uber now is rallying after this engineer spoke out against the company, did a lot of damage, convinced it was a very, very convincing story, made a lot of headlines. Now they're doing damage control, and they say Uber wants their staff support, right? All the people that work for Uber's employees have to vote with them, yes, on 22. So we have, thank you, Chris B. I also voted no. John Reese is in the house. Good show, mate. Let the truth prevail. Thank you. Thank you for saying that, because at the end of the day, you can cover up, you can cover up, you can cover up. The truth always makes its way out into the daylight. Sometimes years later, right? Somebody is falsely accused of a murder. Like, I didn't do that. Courts convict him, is in jail. Years and years later, it comes out. It was somebody else, right? Maybe they got followed up on DNA or whatever. The truth always comes out, right? And I remember that very well as a 21-year-old when I was dating two girls, right? I was dating two girls, two gorgeous women in South Africa. And one Ashley and the other one Britta. And I said, they won't find out about each other. I played that game for 1.5 years. Got caught out. The truth came out. Lost both of them. So since then, not going to pull that again. So you've got to learn these hard life lessons in order to grow, in order to move on. Jimmy's in the house. Good to see you. Scott Tucker's in the house. Ed Steigelmeier says, hello, all you wonderful people. How nice. Ian says, liked your previous video about how Uber Eats trying to enter in pet food. Right, yeah. They delivering pet food, and they delivering flowers in many cities abroad, and now it's coming to the United States. They've tested the model overseas, so very soon you're going to have kitty cat food, dog food in your vehicle as an Uber Eats driver. Maybe not pizzas, maybe not hamburgers, but maybe a big bag of dog food. Could happen. So ride-hailing giant Uber Technologies outlined ways staff can support a state measure that would designate drivers as contractors rather than full-time employees, seeking additional backing for a controversial initiative that labor unions and at least one in-house engineer have publicly opposed. In a company-wide email Friday obtained by Bloomberg, Uber's head of global public, and you know, how does Bloomberg get these emails? It's because people are willing to share, whistleblowers, just like people that we're going to have on the show in the next 22 days who've worked for Uber and Lyft, right? They're real people. They're willing to speak up. And then I've had a couple, this one gentleman really, really opened up, right? Working for Uber currently right now, and said they are abolishing the multiplier if they get their victory. It's done. It's gone. It's done away with. And I've always said that. I've always assumed that would happen. I got it confirmed. Gentleman wishes to remain, it's a gentleman, wishes to remain anonymous because of fear of retaliation, and believes that the word at Uber is by January they don't have to comply. They yanked that multiplier. It was a temporary fix to satisfy California drivers, to semi-satisfy the state. It's gone. And that truly, again, saddens me because it takes away the true ability to make money. Jason Ferris wants me to flush Dara. I'll do that. And let me get a little bit into a couple of topics. I do hope you all wearing your masks. I like this one. Why? Because when I wear it, I wore it to the clinic. And by the way, I now have a black Mamba cast. I'll show you. I got still on my crutches. I ordered some like high-tech crutches, but I went out and got my black Mamba cast because the Lakers are going to win today. Right there it is. So I got my black Mamba cast in honor of Kobe. I asked the guy, I want black. And then I've been wearing this a lot because I want to bring awareness to everyone. No matter where you stand on your politics, go out and vote. No matter where you stand on Proposition 22, whether it's a yes or no, go out and vote. V-O-T-E, right? And there it also says masked but not silenced. Masked but not silenced. So I have a whole variety of masks. I don't know why. I've bought tons of different masks. I mix it up. Mighty Heidi says, yes, flush Dara, the Uber Dookie. The Uber Dookie. Alrighty. Gotta flush the sucker. They want to flush. So, it's a little difficult when you only have one foot, but I'm reaching out and grabbing things here. I think I can do this. So, this guy that you talk about, the CEO at Uber, I want to introduce you to him. His name's Dara. Evil character. Dara has the same type of eyes. There's just no emotion in his eyes. They're just dark eyes. They're just like glazy eyes, right? So this is Dara. And then Jason Ferris always loves the symbolic flash. So we are going to give him a flash. I'm going to put Dara, in you go, my friend. There we go. And this evil thing is just looking up with its eyes, his red eyes. One more flush, I think Dara's gone. Yep, Dara's gone. Dara is officially gone. So there it is. Jason, Heidi, we got the flush. We flushed him. Flushing him basically for all his shenanigans. We're flushing him basically for all the money that he's pulled out of our back pockets. We're flushing him because of all of the headaches and stress and anxiety that Dara has caused to gig workers worldwide, not taking care of them during the pandemic with PPE, for example, cutting rates randomly. Horrible stuff. Even you heard the other day, that guy drove a passenger from Uber from New York to Florida. I don't know, 15-hour trip or so, only got paid for 2, right? Uber could have cut him off. No, they let him take the whole trip. He eventually got paid $2,500, right? But that's just how Uber rolls. That's just how they operate. So in a company-wide email Friday obtained by Bloomberg, Uber's head of global public policy, Justin Kins, said data show a tight race. Okay, that's cool. I thought that yes was ahead to pass California's Proposition 22, a measure written and funded by Uber, Lyft Incorporated, and other gig companies that would replace an earlier law designed to treat drivers as employees. Kins's email, which includes links to talking points from Yes on 22, also suggests ways employees can get involved. So they're literally encouraging, it's sort of, it sounds like a little bit like it sounds like blackmailing almost, like, we want you to talk about these points, yes on 22. This is what Uber sends out the email to staff, and we want you to vote yes on 22. So God forbid they find out that maybe like the engineers voting no on 22. I mean, will they lose their job? Do they just want loyal followers that do exactly as they are told, right? It's scary stuff. Jason Ferris, thank you for lighting up the fires there. It's Moose is in the house. Ray C. Branch Jr. is in the house. He says, me too, please keep your hand on the handle until all the water goes through. I did. As you can see, I flushed twice. Inland Empire is in the house. Listen, I tell you, I am so freaking impressed with Empire Salvi Rideshare Driver's videos. He's got some awesome technologies shared with me. Go and check him out. Go and click on his thing, subscribe to his channel. Check out his video, man. Technology-wise, they put my channel to shame, right? And I know subscriber-wise, I know he's going to catch up big time. John Rees says Lyft and Uber can piss off. Thank you. And I'm trying to find ways here how you could still make money with Uber and Lyft. I'm desperately trying to look for the positives. And I've been through the motions for years, for 6 years, right? I've seen it all, right? I'm sure there are many other drivers that have been in this game way longer than I have. But the one thing I remember years and years back, you know, I have a friend that I supported with starting his company. He's 10 years younger than me. I met him when he was 23 at a Starbucks up in Bel Air. I used to have a house up in Bel Air. And I said to him, what are you doing? He says, yeah, I'm starting this company. I want to do like legal formations, more like legal Zoom, blah, blah, blah. So I helped him, and I helped him with a lot of the marketing. Today he has a business which makes over $1 million a year, businessrocket.com, very successful, multiple Airbnbs, a lot of other. So we've collaborated on so many things, right? And he said, listen, I built up my leasing company. I lease cars to drivers. I said, I want to see the numbers. He said, it's a great return of investment. Showed me the numbers, showed me, I knew a lot about cars, how to buy cars. So he was showing me, okay, well, all that Suburbans in his fleet. So he sold that TCP license along with vehicles. When I saw those numbers, I knew I had to get into this game because there was a lot of money to be made, right? I mean, which business has a return of investment after 15 months? Well, Uber and Lyft fleets do have that type of return, right? Today, during the pandemic, it's hard to lease out cars, but man, good run, lots of cars in the field, good money, you know, sometimes $550 a week per vehicle, good money, right? And there were times, obviously way more challenging now in the pandemic, but there were, drivers had good times, you know, drivers had good times when it was 75-25. 25 for the company, 75 for them. There were good times. Today, 2020 going into 2021, right? Mohammed Khalil, I see you. Inland Empire, you're welcome. 2020 going into 2021, hard to make money, right? A lot of complaints from Florida, a lot of complaints from Texas. They're just not making the money. A lot of complaints from New York, not making the money. So people are looking beyond Uber. Sure, many have gone into food delivery. Many have changed to Uber Eats, maybe because it's safer. Maybe they're making more money there. But slowly but surely, this industry is going down. And they're not making the big gravy, the fat money, right? They only have about 30% business right now. The other 70% is gone because of the pandemic. And so they have to get creative. They're investing in other things, Uber Freight. They bought out Postmates. They realize, okay, Uber Eats, food deliveries, pet deliveries, that's going to make more money there. But they're not banking on rideshare so much because it's just not making money. It's just making loss after loss after loss. Investors are seeing that. That's why the share, right? It's a great article here by what is it called? Motley Fool. Does anybody read Motley Fool? They basically straight up say, ignore Uber. They suggest many other transportation stocks, right? That seems to be loading very, very slowly, but it'll get there. Let's see, there we go. See, here it says, ignore Uber. These stocks are better buys. I'll briefly go through just the names of the stocks, but this guy says Uber Technologies, and this is like basically sign of the times, what I'm telling you. They're not healthy, they're not doing well, right? So before we get into the article, my message to you is take what you can. Take what you can now. If you're still making good money, if you're still happy, if you're still seeing profits, keep on going, right? Some people just work differently than other drivers. Some people work different shifts. Some people only do this part-time, maybe Friday or Saturday night, and they're making some money. So if you're still making money, keep on with the formula. If you find yourself in stagnation or going backwards, you got to look elsewhere, right? And when I say look elsewhere, the one thing I've done with my channel, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fleet operators around the country, everywhere, from Boston to Houston to LA to Miami, help people getting fleets going, consulted helping them get them going, right? But what I enjoy is if one individual says, hey, I want to start my LLC, I want to start my company, I bought my first car, or I'm about to buy my first car, I want to set myself up as a limo driver, I want to put 100% of those earnings in my pocket, because I, the driver, once upon a time, I was making 75%. They were making 25%. Then up to 2019, it came to 50-50. Yes, on 22, you ain't going to be making money. 30 cents per mile and $5.65 guaranteed per hour, going way, way back. Telling you, a lot of people are going to rude awakening in November, multiplier gone, rates down. And here's why. Uber needs to survive. They need, they cannot lose this AB5 battle. And they need to trim from the top because they only have about 30% of their workforce back in the field, right? They are hurting in the rideshare business. They are hurting, right? Todd Bergman Rogers says, hey, Torsten, a friend of mine is a disabled Lyft passenger who wants to support drivers in exercising his voice with his vote. How should he vote on Proposition 22? Well, if he's in California, all you have to say to him is that he helped bail out Uber and Lyft in the pandemic because they didn't pay into the state fund. So for him as a California voter, it's a no-brainer to vote no on 22. Maybe his rates will go up slightly, right? 5-10%, but he's still going to enjoy a 5-star service, a clean service for very, very little money, right? Whether it's no on 22 or yes on 22. They're never going to piss off the rider. They're only going to take away from the driver. Uber has to get, and Lyft have to get extremely creative how they can trim the fat off in these pandemic times. And again, if you only have 30% of your drivers in the field, 70% are still pulling back and collecting PUA, or have moved on, transitioned into other businesses. Uber has to get very, very creative to trim back. Where do they do it? They do it with the driver. John Rees says Proposition 22 is shit on ice. Now, I tell you, because I took this hardcore approach on no on 22, I tell you what, I've had many people say to me, well, you're going to lose me as a subscriber. That's okay. I'm not here to win subscribers, right? I'm not here to, win hearts and minds. I'm here to build up relationships. I'm here to educate and help people become true independent private drivers. That's my mission. That's my task. I like empowering. I like to see when people have success stories. I like to see people make more money than they did before. And in my true heart, I have to, even if I have to lose subscribers over this, I have to say what I believe. And that is, you are not an independent contractor. You're made to believe you are an independent contractor. I know what a true independent contractor is. It's more what a limo driver is. They set their own rates, choose their own trips, right? So I have to speak the truth. And as it hurts me losing subscribers. I've lost, easily 100 subscribers over the last 4 weeks. I just can't even say, well, I'm going to unsubscribe because, I don't agree with you on your vote. Or I don't agree with no on 22. I'm like, okay, if you have to unsubscribe, if you're not willing to hear my story or the facts, if you're not willing to look at the 25 pages, if you're not willing to look at the entire picture, bye-bye. Adios, muchachos, right? No sleep lost over here. It happens. Elias is in the house. Yeah, Compton in the house. Good to see you, man. I haven't seen you for a while. Excellent. Romeo Bukala is in the house. Time is ethic of doing the right things and not about the money. The point of the right thing in life. And that is such a powerful statement, because I believe if you always do the right thing in life, always the ethic thing, not being unethical, not stealing, not robbing, not killing, not looting, if you're doing playing the ethical game, right? I truly think the universe, God, whoever it is going to reward you big time, right? And I can tell you that between the ages of 20 and 24, I wasn't the most ethical person. I was a cutthroat business person. I would walk over people. I would walk over companies, right? And then I find myself, okay, at the age of 24, had a 15-bedroom house, right? Made millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. Wasn't a happy guy. I wasn't a happy guy, and really didn't have many quality friends, because they knew all I was interested in was money. All I was interested in is walking over people and making money. And I want to say, when I had a heart-to-heart chat with my father at about age 23, 24, I changed my life. I changed my outlook. I changed my attitude. And everything since then got 100 times better. I cannot say I was a very happy person between 20 and 24. Just came out of the army. I had businesses while I was in the army. I had businesses to run still while I was in the army. Crazy things happen in the army. Then I got into a really, really dangerous business where I hired 30 armed guards. I had over 5,000 vending machines. I was steamrolling everyone and anyone, just making, sometimes 80, 100,000 a day with this type of business. But I was not a happy person. All the money in the world, I would, just like Mike Tyson, would entertain, take people out to dinner. I did it the wrong way. But there was one pivotal conversation, and you talk about ethical people. My dad, 49, died at the age of 49. But he said, listen, you cannot play this game. It's going to catch up with you. Got to change. And I did. I did. I decided, took a step back out of all of that. I went traveling for 36 months. I had the money. I traveled around the world and just met good people, made good relationships, studied, and changed my path. And I think it's important that we own up to our faults. I think it's important to say, hey, listen, I effed up big time. I may have effed up a lot of people's lives at the time, big time, right? Because I would steamroll businesses. But I think it's really, really important to say, I take responsibility, I screwed up, and I'll fix it. And you can do that. And I believe that's when happiness sets in. Now, this guy here, the Motley Fool, the headline's pretty powerful, right? These are big stock advisors. Ignore Uber. These three stocks are better. Uber Technologies has traveled along a rocky road since going public in May 2019, generating a lot of headlines, but few profits. Listen to that. Generating a lot of headlines, most of them negative, but few profits. The business has grown in recent years, providing nearly 7 billion trips annually, but the stock has been an underachiever. That's not a great brand name, right? That's not a great label to have. You are an underachiever. And because you're an underachiever, stay away from us, Mr. Stock. rather look at these stocks, and we're going to talk about that briefly. I've got a lot of stuff to cover that I sort of wanted to break down today and tomorrow. Monday being Our House Mondays. Inland Empire says Uber and Lyft possibly donated money to MADD. In return, they are helping the Yes on 22 campaign. They also, the NAC, what is it? The NACC? What is the organization? NAACP. Thank you, Laura. And they also bought them. They gave them 1.2 million donation to influence the drivers. So they're buying the vote. And California voters, drivers need to know this. Even the people voting yes on 22 need to know this, is that Uber is systematically buying the vote. As Inland Empire Salvi says, in return, they are helping the Yes on 22 campaign. Do they not realize less happy drivers, more drunks on the road? Very good point. Romeo Bacala says, yes, you do have money to buy anything, but you're not happy in your life. So true. Can't tell me that the richest of the richest people are necessarily happy. Sometimes the people that have nothing are even happier, right? The more money you have, the more complicated your life becomes. Look, money is great for toys, for cars, for trips, for vacations. Don't get me wrong. That's where I'd rather spend the money. But sometimes the more you have, the more problems you have. John Reese says, Prop 22 is shit on ice. I like that, shit on ice. So this guy again here, Motley Fool, but the stock Uber has been an underachiever. Uber is best known as a ride-hailing service, but the company has been aggressively expanding into food delivery and freight services. Those are all businesses with great potential, but so far it has not been a formula for sustained earnings. Time will tell whether Uber turns into the growth stock. Bulls hope it will be. In the meantime, here's why 3 of Motley Fool's contributors are ignoring Uber and focusing on. So this is more like a little segment that I wanted to do for Dustin, right? Because Dustin plays in the stocks. He told me the other day. So I just wanted to say, Dustin, I'm sure you follow Motley Fool, but these 3 companies, XPO Logistics, General Motors, and Stable Road Acquisition Corp, are suggestions that Motley Fool makes, and they break it down why. They say, here's a company that actually makes money providing transport service. Uber is a company that provides transport service, but they're not making money, and they have not been making money since they started the company. And that's why the people are ignoring it. That's why the people are walking away. That's why Uber is always stuck in the 30s and cannot get out of the mud, right? So the ones that they are suggesting, as I said, are here. I'm going to put the link. Another big one, if you want to invest into self-driving taxis, I don't think any of us want to invest into self-driving taxis. It just means we're shooting ourselves in the foot. Here's your stock. And they're obviously talking about General Motors because they own a big chunk of Cruise, right? Cruise, this company, self-driving vehicles. So I'll leave this link. Interesting read. I want to briefly jump across the pond to Australia. These are friends that I also made through the channel. I'll be doing a few big videos and really breaking down Hey Flip, HEYFLYP. Just a brief little shout out to them, but it's basically a resume for casual and frontline workers such as us that gets you hired faster, right? And I just want to put this out as a teaser, right? I'll be talking about them in way more length. Now, I don't know if you guys are Amazon junkies like I am. I constantly, every day, every single day, I have Amazon packages coming in. Amazon secretly dropped a bunch of early Prime Day deals. Remember, that starts tomorrow. Here are the best 30 to shop, best 30 deals. The one reason why I chose this article, because many of you, I'm sure, have those little vacuum cleaners for the car. And most of them really suck. They don't suck out the dirt, they just suck. They're terrible. You pay 80, 100 bucks and they're not doing anything, right? So here they have some really, really high powered vacuum cleaners that sort of have dual use. You can fold them, just use them as a tiny little remote vacuum cleaner, or you can have, put the extensions on and use it in the house. Dyson is one of them. So they, they list their top 30 products that they think are going to run on Monday. For example, iPanda disposable 3-ply face masks, pack of 50, $7.77, right, on Prime Monday. There's a reason why I wanted to put this out there. Instead of the original $19.99, that's what I'm accustomed to pay, right, for 50, but only $7.77 if you order them tomorrow on Prime Monday. Now, do we need SPF 50 moisturizing sunscreen? Yeah, why not? If you have the window open all the time, right? Usually you'll see truck drivers here, they're on this side of the window. They have a lot of skin damage on this side, right? So sunscreen, I always use it. What else could be attractive here? Those wireless Bluetooth earbuds, I think, are great for drivers. They have this Orfeld cordless vacuum, right? Here it is. Originally 180 bucks. I'm going to be buying myself another one. They're really great. Now it's $105, right? It's a powerful vacuum cleaner. That's sort of the reason why I brought up this article, because there are some really, really good deals out there. Vantru 4, Lorenzo Davies, best dash cam out there. And I hope you got it at a great price on Amazon. Hand sanitizer, thank you. They're also selling hand sanitizer, that's correct. Right, so I'm going to go down here. Let's look at some of these pictures. Better show us the pictures. They can't just show us all blue. Interesting. I'll put the products down there with the links. I'm not sure why they're not loading here. But there's some really, really, really good deals. I like those AirPods. $250, they're usually $199. That's a good savings. Buy it with the charging case. This is the one that I was looking at, but let's see. Okay, here it is. This is one of the ones that there's a big deal on this on Monday. These cordless vacuum cleaners. It's busy loading it. Lorenzo Davis has bought some Power Beats Pro for my girlfriend on Amazon. They arrived today. Cool. And with Amazon, where they're very, very accurate, when you can track the package, it'll say it's out for delivery. It'll be there between that and that time. I had multiple things arrive today. It said it would come between 2 and 4 o'clock. It arrived about an hour ago. So they're really, really good on getting you the product super quickly at a good price, I think. And they just offer a brilliant service. Now, some people hate him, Jeff Bezos. Some people love him. I mean, I like using Amazon. Now, what I really like about this here, sort of this dual use, right? Super, super powerful. If you want to suck out the car, handheld vacuum cleaner. Super powerful. That thing will suck everything out of your car instantly. It's $109. I'm getting one. I'm definitely getting one. Handheld vacuum cleaner. Super long lasting battery and a powerful suction. I mean, sucking your car out with those little vacuums takes a heck of a long time, right? How many minutes are you wasting a year? Ask yourself. So why Why not go out there and buy something expensive, something powerful, where you're just like, you're done, right? Versus trying to spend your time behind one seat, sucking out. It's not sucking properly, just has no suction power. I find that extremely, extremely frustrating. And I learned my lesson, after buying like 2 very weak vacuum cleaners. I bought a tiny little Black & Decker, just wasn't sucking up stuff. And, I was recommended to get this specific one. I'm not promoting any brand here. I'm just promoting a very, very powerful battery, long-lasting, powerful suction vacuum cleaner, right? And this is what I'm going to get for my Escalade tomorrow. So I'm buying this tomorrow. I'm getting this one. Might as well even get it now because they've dropped the price by a lot. They've dropped the price by a lot, right? Let's see. Where is the actual? There it is. Oh, here now they're loading up. There we go. Okay, let's go through these. So these are some of the items. These, anybody love these things. Great. This device, I'm going to get myself this baby. Got 7,000 5-star ratings. Got one of these things for my house. They work very, very well. I think this is a hell of a deal here. 3-pack of these type of masks. I like them. They stretch, especially if people have big heads like mine. That some of the other ones pull your ears too much. These ones are 3-pack for $15. They're originally $25. Great one here. The hand sanitizer, pack of 4 big ones, right? The big ones, $22 versus $40. That's $17 savings right there tomorrow on Prime Monday, and many other cool. If you want me to leave you the link there, I'll gladly do that. But these are the early deals for Prime Monday. So I'm going to move on to the next topic. Abshak says, I use Amazon for almost... Oh, you get all your art supplies from them? Cool. Lorenzo says, bought some Power Beats. Okay, you bought that for the girlfriend. Yes. Todd says, do you have a preference for the face masks? Yeah, I buy these packs right now. You can get them dirt cheap on Amazon for $7. These ones just in the car, but when I get out, I'd like something more elaborate that covers more of my face. And again, this is all just temporary, folks. This is just getting through the pandemic, right? Hopefully you'll never, ever have to wear masks again. Flo Kunle is in the house. Yeah, that Black & Decker literally sucked in a bad way. Thank you. Listen, you spent the money on it, Flo. I always thought that Black & Decker was a great brand, and I've got many power tools, but I bought this tiny little vacuum cleaner, and I'm glad you agree. It just sucks in the wrong way. It just doesn't suck up the air. So I figured, hey, go and spend $109 for a mega powerful, I can walk out to the car, I can do it, boom, few minutes, and I'm done. So I'm ordering that sucker tomorrow, Flo. And my Black & Decker one, I'm going to put it to rest. It just doesn't suck. And I get so frustrated and wasting so much time trying to clean up a big car. Had a big group of people in my Escalade. Got to clean the back, got to clean the seats, the sand, the floors. Forever. I don't want to spend 10, 15 minutes trying to suck in particles that are not sucking in. 3, 4 minutes, I want to be done. Can you imagine how many times you do this a year, how many minutes you free up? That alone gives you the extra hours to get back on the road and make more money. That product will pay itself off in 3 to 4 months. I'm telling you right now, Sometimes if we go cheap, it's not, Black & Decker is not necessarily cheap, but sometimes if you go ultra cheap, you pay the price, right? Rideshare Lisa says, what about the dash cams? What are their prices? Look, that's a good point. I'm sure there are going to be several dash cams up for sale. That they haven't highlighted here any in this deal, but there should be some fantastic deals on dash cams. And again, somebody just mentioned Vantrue, probably the best one out there. The one shooting to the front, shooting backwards. I mean, the one by Vantrue, off the charts. Not cheap, but your life, your security, your health is worth a good dash cam. I would not go out and spend $20, $30, $40 on a dash cam. I'd rather get something that can really record well in the dark, something that's motion activated, something that has dual front and back, good wide area. I mean, Vantrue, I've done several videos on them, off the charts. Off the charts. Great, 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 great product. Now, in about an hour, we have the Lakers playing Miami. I think today the Lakers will wrap it up. There is one story which really, really saddens me. I got to jump to this story. This just saddens me that, Danny Green, who took that final shot, right? That's his wonderful girlfriend there, Why does his fiance have to receive death threats after husband misses crucial game 5 3-pointer? Why? Why do people have to send this guy, his girlfriend, why do they have to send, because of his mistake he made? Thousands and thousands of basketballers have missed a 3-pointer. Why do they have to send her death threats? I just find that so sad, so sad. If that was, if that was made towards my wife, that might be a reason I get out of the game, right? This guy, understand that this guy got you to the finals. Be grateful. You're in the finals probably because of Danny, AD, and LeBron, right? But please, people, we better than that, LA. That's why I made the shirt today. Put the shirt on. I didn't make it, sorry. I put the shirt on. Los Angeles, we better than that. Even to the guys who made the death threats, I ask you, listen, I know you're passionate about the sports. I know you want the Lakers to win, but we all F up. We've all missed a 3-pointer. We've all missed a 2-pointer. We've all missed saving a goal as a goalkeeper. We've all missed the goal, shooting a penalty. Many ice hockey players have missed the net. Many rugby players were that close to touchdown. Many football players were so close to the touchdown line and didn't make it, right? Doesn't deserve a death threat, ladies and gentlemen. With seconds remaining in Game 5 of the NBA Finals on Friday, Los Angeles Lakers guard Danny Green had the chance to clinch his team's 17th championship. LeBron passed him the ball, and he had a good look at the 3-pointer with his team down by 1, only to miss. As a result, some misguided fans have sent Green's fiancée death threats. This guy comes back, Jamaican King, and says, y'all sent death threats at Danny Green's wife, ? You all insane, man? This is what I mean, that you fans get way too personal and weird over a basketball game. He missed a shot in a game. That don't mean he deserved to die. You're all sick as heck. I mean, this guy said it a little bit more forceful. Guys, I hope that the people take that back. Right? Maybe this is the superstar today, maybe. Danny doesn't deserve that. Danny's a great guy. Danny has a wonderful, sweet fiancée. Let them be happy. He's worked so hard on his career to get to this point. Don't trash him because of one missed shot, right? Just saying. Uber Smooth is putting in a good recommendation here. Says Blackview Dashcam is one of the best. Awesome. I'll look it up, buddy. And if you have a link to that, that would be fantastic. So, this is what I love about drivers. This is what I love about the community. You share. You're sharing your input, right? Because Uber Smooth sounds genuinely happy with that product, right? He's probably thinking, well, that was money I spent well on this Blackview dash cam, right? Fantastic. And you're a driver who has that Blackview dash cam in there, and that, my friend, is a major deterrent to anyone trying to pull any shenanigans in your car, right? I knew sometimes I had thugs in the car, and they said they looked up at I have a Vantru, right? They look up at my Vantru and they say, "Is that a dash cam?" I said, "Yeah, it is." It said it kicks in if I needed to kick in. And that just puts them, like, you can see their body language. Whoa, got to be careful here. Lorenzo says Vantru 4 is front cabin back video. Great piece of equipment. And this is why I'm for the Second Amendment. Cool. I mean, it's your right. If you feel like you've got to buy a 9mm or a gun to keep yourself protected or keep your family protected in your home or have in your car, you're exercising your rights. Now, I don't think the answer is people need 10, 15 machine guns or high assault army rifles that I used to shoot in the army. They shouldn't be out on the street. Citizens shouldn't have them. But, I mean, if you in South Africa, I always had a 9mm on me all the time. When I went out into the wild, like on our safari lodge, right, driving in the Jeep, open Jeep, could get ambushed by any animal, could get ambushed by poachers. Always had a gun on me, right? No need here in the United States. I feel very safe in LA, right? I don't go looking for trouble. But I understand that some people will want a gun on them in their house or in the car. It's their right? But if you're against guns, great. I just hope we have better background checks, mental checks, and that the real rotten apples get, because it's a small percentage of really, really bad people that abuse those gun rights. The majority of the people, of the gun owners, are truly on point, law-abiding citizens, But Uber Smooth says, Uber deactivated me for not picking up a dog during COVID-19. And that's why you need to have COVA, right? The COVA plan. So that legal rideshare, again, these are the guys here, right? These are the boys, my friends. COVA uses these guys, right? So we're talking about another deactivation here. It upsets me, Uber Smooth, how quickly Uber will deactivate you, or Lyft will deactivate you. Person filed a complaint over a dog. I mean, send out the letter, right? If you're under COVA, right? You're under COVA. You're paying $7 a month, right, for your gig worker protection plan. I hope everyone has it. Here's the link. You get a free month from me. You could sign up right now. Outlaw NIGGA. I'm just going to say it because it says the outlaw nigger. Hi, how are you, my friend? Welcome here. So, Rideshare. So what you could do, for example, you could sign up with them for a month, 1 month free, and then immediately turn to their legal arm, which is Legal Rideshare, and have them send out a letter stating that they need to that you were wrongfully terminated, right? These are attorneys. They have your back. That's their job, right? What's up, Nifty 50? Good to see you. Got a lot of cool people in the house today, man. Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope you're safe. Hope you're healthy. Hope your families are doing great. Hope everyone is doing their little minimum here, right? And the disinfectants, etc., etc. I want you guys to be safe. I want to be able to talk to all of you in 2021. I don't want to lose anyone on this network because of this horrid virus, right? So, yeah. Deactivation, BS. Uber Smooth has done 4 years and 22,000 trips. 22,000 trips. And they'll deactivate him over a dog, over a complaint of a dog. Uber Smooth, that's when I go to the hub and I say, listen, I've been a loyal driver to you for 4 years, 22,000 trips. I've done trips with dogs, no dogs, cats, no cats. Uber Smooth has seen it all. There is nothing you are going to teach Uber Smooth about this business. He knows it from A to Z, Z to A. That is my approach if I go into the Uber. I've given my heart, my soul to your company in 22,000 trips. How dare you deactivate this gentleman over a dog report? Buddy, if I can help you on that, it infuriates me. This is a guy who's given his heart and soul. Here it is, 22,000 trips to this company. And then they want to go and deactivate him over a dog report? Uber, hopefully you're listening, and hopefully you see his name, and hopefully you make the right decision on Monday. Well, Monday it's Columbus Day, and another reason for Dara and those guys to sip champagne, take the day off, eat some caviar, lobster, crayfish. But come Tuesday, when your ass is back in the office, get the gentleman back online, please. 22,000 trips, give me a break, deactivating him over a dog. Whatever I can do to help you. Ian Mash is WTF, 4 years, 22,000 trips. Sorry for that, bro. I'm sorry. It upsets me. And whatever I can do to help you, whether it means I help you file your small claims suit, whether it means you want me to draft a letter for you, whether it means you want me to talk to Legal Rideshare on your behalf, I will go out batting for you anytime, my friend, because I can see that as a genuinely hard worker who's done over 5,000 trips on average, 5,400 trips on average every year, consistently for 4 years, equating to 22,000 trips. I mean, don't they have some logic built into their system if they can see, okay, this guy got a complaint first time after 4 years about some person getting pissed off about a dog. Let's look at his history. Oh, wow, this is a hard worker. This guy has been loyal to us for 4 years. This guy has given us 22,000 trips. This guy has shown us over and over and over and over that he's a consistent, hard driver. So we can't put the weight on that one false report, because true managers, true executives, true hub managers should see his worth, should see what this gentleman has brought to the company. Hit me up if I can help you. I'm ready to brawl on that one. Completely wrong. Shouldn't have done that. Now, closer to, so yeah, we covered that story with Danny Green. That upset me. We covered the Amazon story. This is another interesting one, right? This just shows you how dirty Uber and Lyft want to play. Fake progressive mailers urge yes on Uber and Lyft's Prop 22. So they set up this front, making it look like, hey, I continue without disabling, right? Political mailers masquerading as progressive voter guides and endorsing Proposition 22, the initiative backed by Uber and Lyft, are showing up in Southern California voters' box. So completely misleading ballots, making it sound like, hey, it comes from a progressive party. This is how you should vote, progressives, right? Completely freaking fake campaign. The fine print on one mailer says it was prepared by the Feel the Burn Progressive Voter Guide, which is not an actual organization, not even an organization. Neither are the Council of Concerned Women Voters Guide, near the Our Voice Latino Voter Guide, whose mailers make the same endorsement as Feel the Burn, right? So completely false document going out on behalf of Uber. They paid someone or Lyft to send out fake mailers to try and trickery, try and buy your vote by tricking you. Do not fall for the BS. The mass mailings have the same Long Beach mailing address. Give me the address. I'll go down there tomorrow. I'll clap the door down, which is the office of Gould and Orellana LLC. Gould and Orellana calls itself the political reporting experts. SFGate tried to contact the firm, but no one answered the phone and the voicemail boxes were full. Let's see where these thugs are. I'm down in Long Beach. I'm going to go down with my cast next week. Maybe bang on their door. Like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Disgraced a law firm, disgraced LLC, this Gould and Orellana LLC, will disgrace you in the media because you're a bunch of punks trying to mislead the voter on behalf of Uber and Lyft. Let's look up where these pigs, Gould and Orellana, hang out in Long Beach. Gould and Orellana, Long Beach. Where are they? Here they are. Oh, look at this guy. Look at him. You can see already. This is a desperado here. Here, desperado, you had to send out fake campaigns. Well, we know where your ass is, right? Your ass is at 249 East Ocean Boulevard, Unit 685, Long Beach. Maybe the rideshare professor needs to bang on your door. Maybe I need to make a live video and go bang on that door. That would be a great live feed. I'll bang on the door and I'll say, "Hey, Mr. Gould, hey, Orellana, why do you have to send this shit out and mislead Californians live while I'm filming them?" And let's see what this little croaky, crusty guy has to say, right? We're a campaign finance and consulting firm, and they were hired by Uber and Lyft. You know, break the door down. True, Todd, very true. Oh, bless you. We captured that sound on a live feed. Ian Mash says, I have a question. Have you heard of a hailing rideshare called InDriver? It's a Russian-based, and it has an interesting take on hailing service. I know that Jet, G-E-D-T, but they have an awful reputation. They're out of Russia. Okay, so we need to pay those arseholes a visit in Long Beach for misleading people. They were paid by Uber and Lyft, desperately needed the money, so they accepted the money from Uber and Lyft and send out a whole bunch of fake mailers. There he is, Mr. Fake Man. Take a good look at yourself in the mirror, Mr. Fakey. Gould and Orellana. So yesterday, drove down to Thousand Oaks. Is a beautiful area on the mountainside. Stunning, big houses all over $1 million. Looked at a foreclosure. Massive lot. Stunning views, massive lot. Looked at it. I was thinking of buying it to get my crew in there, demolish everything, and make a few $100,000 on the upside. The selling price, $650,000. First I looked at the price and thought, too good to be true. Got to be something wrong. But went down there. When I went down there, day one, listen to this, day one of the listing coming out, right? Now this is an area where the homes start at $950,000 upwards, right? So you buy there at $650,000, you put in $100,000. I can make a place look like $1 million with $100,000. Pools, gardening, landscaping, inside kitchens, $100,000. It's a formula, right? If you know how to fix and flip homes, I've probably fixed and flipped over 40 homes, right? Go there, see several people, walk around, go through the side gates, no one there. Big foreclosure sign but there's 3 or 4 different parties looking, people coming in, people coming out. There's no agents showing the house. Look at it, visualize what this house needs. Okay, immediately call up my buddy and say, listen, let's do this. So write up an offer, full price, $650,000. Call the agent, say, hey, we want to submit an offer. So a little bit too late. Too late, day one, right? We have a full price offer, which I was also willing to, but cash. Guys bringing cash. So they're doing the deal right there and then within 24 to 48 hours, no 30 to 45 day escrow. Someone who does the same formula as I do, fix and flipping, comes in there with $650,000 cash. Here we go. Boink. Stunning. 17,000 square foot lot. So much upward potential. Missed that one. So got to keep on trying. Got to keep your eyes open for deals. You pick up some phenomenal deals because the foreclosures are starting to happen because of the pandemic, right? Starting to happen. Now, interesting article here. I truly need some feedback if anyone is driving for Zoom, Dearborn-based Zoom ride launches amid pandemic to compete with Uber and Lyft. New rideshare company. This is just announced October the 9th. It's Friday, the day I was in the clinic getting my cast on, right? So in March, after 3 years of development, they've been in this for 3 years, Bilal Hashwi and Basil Al Yassin were set to launch their new Zoom ride-hailing service as a competitor to Uber and Lyft. Then the COVID-19 hit. So they were about to launch the Zoom. And by the way, I welcome competition to Uber and Lyft. The more, the merrier. The better you drivers get treated. The more companies in that pond, in that ocean, the more rideshare companies, the better for the driver. Competition is healthy. You should know that. Like if you look at a street block with multiple restaurants, fast foods, right? Variety brings out the best pricing and the best quality. Competition creates the best quality product at the right price. But if you have a monopoly, almost price fixing between companies, Uber and Lyft, they both have their phone numbers, right? Dara Khosrowshahi, hey, John Zimmer, Logan Green, how are you today? They're in the same bed. They go to sleep at night and they cozy up. Dara, Logan Green, and John Zimmer, they all sleep in the same king-size bed. No, we need true players in the game to mix it up and really change the dynamics so that, we have a competitor here. Oh, let's see, who is it? Oh, it's Dearborn. It's Zoom out of Dearborn. So it's not the best time to expand or to do any business. Zoom rideshare chairman told Detroit News, people did not want to drive. We've added some features to improve the safety. That's why we have tried to do it during the COVID-19. Zoom Ride is seeking to improve upon the safety of the ride hailing, not just with respect to COVID-19, but as the industry has been rocked by sexual assault allegations. The Dearborn-based company's creators see a shift now with roughly 800 drivers having requested to contract with the app, surpassing the original goal of starting with 200. More than 300 riders have signed up since its soft launch in September 21 in Southeast Michigan. Now, to the founders of Zoom, if I can help you roll out the red carpet, if you want to contact me, if you want to let me know a little bit more about your company, provide me with slides, provide me with talking points, I would love to promote you in Detroit, right? I want to see competition because competition is healthy and competition brings out the best. We need competition to Uber and Lyft, right? So one last story, and then I'm going to get ready for my basketball game, and then we're going to have tons and tons of other great stories tomorrow on Our House Monday. This last one over here, which we're going to get into briefly. Hey, we got 25 likes. Like Dustin says, smash that like button if you can. Greatly appreciate that. So now, when you guys get unwanted, solicited text messages, how do you feel about that, right? When your phone constantly is blowing up Like, these guys don't have my permission to text me. These guys, who are these people, right? And you're getting all of these sort of unsolicited text messages. Well, that's exactly what Uber and Lyft are doing now. They're trying to push out Proposition 22 messages to California on their phones, and they're texting. That, my friends, is illegal. It's not legal, right? That's not legal. So who knows? That might result in, yo, look who's in the house. We got Las Vegas, the wonderful Payman Ali. Happy Sunday, my friend. Good to see you. How are you holding up? All going well? Good to see you, man. So if you've called for a ride through Uber in California recently, you may have felt like you were being asked for more than just your money. Last week, the ride-hailing app served users with a pop-up threatening that if voters failed to pass Proposition 22 on the November ballot, wait times and prices would ratchet up. That's pure fear marketing to their California riders. If you don't vote for us, then blah, blah, blah will happen to you. We are going to hike your prices. We are going to make you wait longer, and drivers are going to lose their livelihoods. Fear, 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 followed by more fear. The leg, thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Let me try and stand. I'm standing up on my left foot. I want to say hello to Payman Ali. See, I got movement. I'm glad I got movement. I got the black Mamba cast. And my kids are bringing me the Lakers stickers later. I'm going to put the Lakers stickers on the Mamba cast. There it is. See, my toes are moving. They were waving hello at you. Last week, the ride-hailing app served users with pop-up threatening that if voters failed to pass Proposition 22 on the November 3 ballot, wait times and prices would ratchet up and drivers would lose their livelihoods. Shame on you, Uber and Lyft, for that fear marketing. To move forward with ordering a ride, users had to tap the confirm button. They had to tap the confirm button on the message. How's that for aggressive fear marketing? That's $1 million leg. Be careful. Thank you. I will be. If it's Kobe's leg, it's probably worth a few $100 million. I've got to be careful with that one. So to move forward with ordering a ride, users had to tap the confirm button. Listen to that. I mean, how obnoxious is that? I confirm, I understand that my rates will go up, that I will wait longer. I don't want to do that. That is like ultimate fear marketing. Proposition 22 is a complicated and divisive initiative that represents gig economy companies' efforts to avoid complying with Assembly 5, a California law that requires they treat their workers as employees. Wow. So that's how they're pushing it out onto your cell phones. They're sending out fake mailers by Gould and Orellana from Long Beach. I mean, you talk about sleazy, dirty tactics to get yes, and then you still want to go out and vote yes for these guys? Hell no. Each little piggy is a million. Yeah. One little piggy is a million. Two little piggy is 2 million. 3 little piggies are 3 million. 4 little piggies are 4 million. Little piggy is 1 million. Got yourself 5 million. The little one doesn't count. The little one's worth about 200 grand. So if I lose that one, they chop that one off. The other 4 are worth $4,800,000. I'm going to insure those 5 toes. So yeah, I'm not going to get much for the little guy. But anyway, a little bit of humor. Appreciate it. Good line there. He says each little piggy is a million. I like it. I like good humor. I like good humor. Very, very, very muy importante. Gotta laugh daily, my friends. So cool. Who is going to go and watch the NBA finals at 4:30 p.m.? Anybody? Anybody out there going to watch this game in 20 minutes? Anybody out there? I'm going to watch it. You know who I'm routing for? LA, baby! LA! Bring it home for Kobe. Kobe Bryant. Alrighty. I had a good, wonderful 1.5 hours with you guys. Well, I can't, let's make it 1.5 hours. We're on 124. We're on 125. We can go another 5 minutes of having fun. Share some jokes, share some stories. Let me give you guys some shout outs. Who has a good story for us? Who has a great story for us here? Payman, are you back out there on the Vegas Strip airports making money, or are you just kicking back a little bit and still being careful? Do give us an update. Rideshare Lisa, what's happening in your world? How are you doing? Are you putting any hours in? Ian Mash, I know in Kenya, is still going. Todd Bergman, are you out there hustling, putting in trips? How is everyone making their cash? I was watching this one YouTuber. He's in Tampa, Florida. He's a hardcore Trump supporter. And he was there with his MAGA hat and driving around yesterday. There was some Trump events in Tampa, and he was just running around in his Uber car, running into crowds, playing this music like hardcore rap music, which said F Obama and all that. It upset me. It really upset me, right? But I thought to myself, I got into the feed, and I've bumped heads with this guy before, and I go, listen, you're not scared that somebody is just going to pop you? Seriously? I mean, you're jumping into crowds there and shoving the sound in their face and making them listen to this music. You're not afraid that somebody's just going to pop you right there and then? I mean, the guy is a nutball. He did a live feed for, I don't know if you guys know him. I don't even want to mention his name, give him any energy. But John Durham says, Torsten, children's happiness, our hero, how are you? Appreciate you, buddy. Chris B is still on PUA. That's some good feedback there. Rideshare Lisa says a lot of food delivery. Payman says I'm laying low, making a little bit. If it stays like this, I won't survive. Okay, well, hit me up if push comes to shove. Right? We're gonna keep you surviving, Payman. There's no way we're gonna let Payman not survive. Listen, came all the way down from Vegas to our Long Beach party. What do we got to do? We've got to send you some groceries, whatever however we have to help each other. And I don't mean that in a condescending, negative way. I'm just saying, seriously, people are people. People are there for each other. That's what's so beautiful about this community. I had one one Long Beach driver who broke my heart. I said, just come down here, get yourself. He was genuinely stressed beyond belief. He was stressed. I could read how stressed he was. I said, just come down to Long Beach, and I gave him $100 and went over and we got groceries for him. Right? He knows that drivers help drivers. We've rallied so many times for people. Ian Mash says, I want to appreciate for your wisdom and knowledge you gathered all the years, and I'm taking us and sharing lots of blessings. Lots of blessings to you, Ian Mash. Lots of blessings to the motherland, to Kenya. Africa is very, very close to my heart. I think there's only 6 countries on the African continent I didn't visit. I did all of the African continents. I've driven across different, not continents, countries, there's different continents, but across the continent of Africa, driven through many countries, even with like a Jeep, drove all the way from South Africa, all the way up the coast to Namibia, all the way through to Botswana. You're talking about 2,000 miles in a Jeep with a couple of buddies, a lot of spare gasoline on board, a lot of food. One of my best trips I did. Driving over sand dunes, hundreds and hundreds of miles of sand dunes. Beautiful. Payment says, I'm okay, we'll be all right. You just shout out if we need help. Shout out, shout out. I can hobble across to Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Da, 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 da. This is my new Russian machine gun here. I think I could knock out a couple of people with my bionic legs. Don't you think so? Anybody gets too close, just stab them with the front here. We just take this off. Take this thing off. We take this off and we turn this into a weapon, and we just quickly, like, if need be, just saying. I want somebody to try and rob me when I'm on my, try and rob my wallet when I'm on my crutches. This thing will go through your stomach, my friends. Got to play dirty if we have to, right? All right, we're on 1:30. We are on 1:30. And a huge, huge shout out to these two gentlemen at Legal Rideshare. If you ever get injured, I know what settlements they've brought in for drivers. I've picked a law firm very carefully. I've picked one for misclassification, picked one for injuries if your car gets totaled. I picked another company. Select my companies where I believe they bring true value to drivers. So select Cova, select Legal Rideshare, select Potter and Handy. They all serve their purposes. These gentlemen serve a purpose for the rideshare community, right? Take down their number, take down their website. If you need them, they are there for you. John Durham, I want to visit your South Africa someday. Yeah, where you want to go is this place. This is where I grew up. Where my mom is right now. Boom. Check that out. Beautiful place. All right, everyone. We did it. And I have 10 minutes. They're probably just warming up on the courts right now. So I'm going to shut down the operations here. The first, we're doing a double live stream right now. One live stream. Thank you, everyone, in that live stream. Goodbye. We shut that one down. Boom. Cool. That one's done. And now, payment. Be well, be safe. Get creative. There's many, many ways we can hustle cash out there, right? John Durham, Ian Nash, all of you, all of the people in the house. As you go out, if you can rally, if we can get it to 30, Uber Smooth, you let me know if you need any help with that. Outlaw, good to have you here. Lorenzo Davis, good to have you here. Jimmy, good to have you here. Flo, wonderful seeing you again. Flo Kunle, always light up the room with your awesome smile. Love your videos, watch them. Inland Empire, Salvi, Todd Bergman, Romeo Bucala, all of the people that have been in, Elias Acevedo, John Reese, all of you guys. It's Moose, Chris B, Mighty Heidi, Lisa, all of you guys. Happy Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday. Have a great end of the week. And we're going to start a new fresh week tomorrow. Mañana, new week, new opportunities, right? Thank you, guys. We're on 28. I know we can squeeze 2 out there. There we got 28. We got 28. We got a bid on 28. Anybody for 29? Anybody for 29? Everybody for 29. Can we have a please have a bid on 29? Anybody in the room for a bid of 29? 28, 28, 28. Anybody for a 29? Okay, 28 for the first. 28 for the second. Highest bidder at 28. Everybody's leaving now. Take care, get some sleep, rest up. Have a good dinner tonight, maybe a glass of wine, enjoy the game. May the Lakers win. May Danny Green sink that last three-pointer and make up for last game. Everyone, be well. Enjoy.